Tracks now, the Supreme Court has pulled up SBI again for not sharing all the details of the electoral bonds. The Supreme Court has directed the SBI to disclose complete details related to electoral bonds that allowed individuals and companies to make donations to the political parties by 5 p.m. on 21st March. Now, the top court has asked SBI to submit all the details, including the serial number of each bond, purchasing details, and also who has received it. Now, the court said that they want to ensure that nothing is suppressed and all the details are out for the public to see. During the course of the hearing, the top court reprimanded the bank for holding information unless the court asks for it. Now, the court also struck down the electoral bond scheme last month and directed the bank to share all the details on the donations which were made in the last 5 years.
Paragraph 219 of the judgment dated 15 February 2024 indicates that SBI was required to submit all details, both in terms of the purchase and in terms of the receipt of contributions. Full stop. The expression, to invert commas, include in both subparagraphs B and C clearly demonstrate that the inclusive part was regarded as illustrative and not exhaustive of the nature of the disclosure which was to be made by SBI. But stop. In other words, we now, there's no manner of doubt that SBI is required to make a complete disclosure of all details in its possession. But stop. This, we clarify, will include would comprehend the alphanumeric number and the serial number, if any, of the bonds which were purchased and redeemed. Full stop. Order which we, in the judgment which we delivered, we had expressly asked State Bank of India to disclose all details. The language of the judgment was all details have to be disclosed. Therefore, that includes the bond numbers as well. So, let SBI not be selective in the disclosure of details. We intend to clarify that it shall disclose all details, including the bond numbers, and every part of the information which is in its possession and custody. Don't wait for an order of the court. We banked on the fact that the State Bank of India would be candid and fair to the court.
स्टेट बैंक ने बोला कि नहीं, हमारे पास बॉन्ड नंबर्स वगैरह सब हैं और हम आसानी से ये डेटा दे सकते हैं, लेकिन हमने गलत समझ लिया आपके ऑर्डर का मतलब, हमको लगा कि बॉन्ड नंबर नहीं देने हैं वगैरह वगैरह। तो कोर्ट ने बोला कि नहीं, हमने आपको बोला था कि सारे डिटेल जितने आपके पास हो इन इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड्स के बारे में सब आपको डिस्क्लोज करने हैं। स्टेट बैंक के चेयरमैन से बोला है कि वो थर्सडे की शाम तक एफिडेविट कोर्ट में फाइल कर दें कि उन्होंने ये सब डिस्क्लोज कर दिया है और इलेक्शन कमीशन इस सारे बॉन्ड नंबर्स के साथ सारे बॉन्ड्स के डिटेल्स तुरंत पब्लिकली डिस्क्लोज कर दें।
The Supreme Court reprimanded the SBI. The Supreme Court stated that let's give a finality to this issue. Again and again, we have to keep on asking things for you. Do you want to keep on giving things until and unless we ask you? We ask you for A thing, then you give the A. We ask you for a B number of thing, then you give the B. So till when? Till this go on? Let's give a finality to this issue. So that were the words which had come from the Chief Justice of India today. They asked the SBI, in fact, directed the SBI to file an affidavit by Thursday 5 p.m. stating that they have disclosed each and everything whatsoever was asked in the judgment, whatsoever the directions were. Further, there is one more additional point which the Supreme Court has asked the SBI to include, to say that now SBI has not hidden anything. There is absolutely nothing which is being not disclosed, which is not being kept confident. Absolutely, there is nothing. So these are the directions which had come today from the Supreme Court, and the SBI has to file affidavit in this regard by Thursday 5 p.m.